Good morning students. Today we will discuss the topic law of conservation of momentum. As you have done about the momentum, that the momentum is the amount of motion in an object, or you can say it is the multiple of mass and velocity. Now according to law of conservation of momentum, if two objects are moving and there is a collision, then total momentum before collision and after collision remain conserved. This is the law of conservation of momentum. I am repeating, the total momentum before collision and after collision remain same, conserved, constant. This is the law of conservation of momentum. Let us see with one example. We have two objects A and B. They are having masses m1 and m2 and they are moving with velocity u1, u2 in a same direction. Means both are collinear. If velocity of A is greater than velocity of B, then there is the possibility of collision. Suppose collision happened and after collision both the body get detached. And when they get detached, they are having the velocity v1, v2 which may be different from the initial velocity. So before collision, total momentum can be written as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 of these two objects. And after collision, the total momentum can be written as m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So we need to derive this equation. This is the equation of law of conservation of momentum. Okay. You know, whenever there is collision, the force is applied by A on B and also the force is applied by B on A. This is according to Newton's third law. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. It means if two objects are colliding, then action applied by A on B would be equal to the reaction applied by B on A. But I am going to use the Newton's second law. During collision, force applied by A on B will change the momentum of B. So FAB can be written as, according to Newton's second law, force is directly proportional to change in momentum by time, which is known as rate of change in momentum. So m1, m2 v2 minus m2 u2, this is the change in momentum of B divided by time. So we can write this. Similarly, B will apply force on A, which can be written as FBA. And if B has applied force on A, then there is the change in momentum on A. So this is the change in momentum of object A, which is m1 v1 minus m1 u1 divided by time. Now it becomes the rate of change in momentum. According to Newton's third law, we can write FAB is equal to minus time of FBA. Means action reactions are same, but this minus sign says that it is in opposite direction. Reaction is always in opposite direction to the action. Putting the value of FAB and FBA in this equation, from here I am getting m2 v2 minus m2 u2 divided by time minus times of m1 v1 minus m1 u1 divided by time. Mathematically t is cancelled by t, and if I open this equation, m2 v2 m2 u2 is equal to minus time of m1 v1 minus minus plus, mathematically it becomes plus, so m1 u1. Transposing the terms, this here and this term there, m1 v1, this term is here m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1, this term is here plus m2 u2. You can write it this way, and this is the derived equation. This is the derived equation. In this way we can derive. What this equation says? This equation says that total momentum before collision is always equal to total momentum after collision. In this way we can do the derivation, and let us discuss the numerical based on the new law of conservation of momentum. So let us see one numerical. Suppose two objects of mass m1 100 gram which is moving with velocity 5 meter per second and mass 200 gram which is moving with velocity 2 meter per second. Suppose they are moving in the same direction and a collision occurs between these two, and after collision the velocity of one becomes 3.5 meter per second. Our question is, what is the velocity of the second object after the collision? So according to numerical, mass of first object is 100 gram, mass of second object is 200 gram. Initial velocity of first object is 5 meter per second. Initial velocity of second object is 2 meter per second. Final velocity of first object is 3.5 meter per second. You have to find the final velocity of second object. Now we will use the law of conservation of momentum. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, like this. Putting the values of these things in this equation, m1 is 100 into 5 plus 200 into 2 is equal to 100 into 3.5 plus 200 into v2. Mathematically you can solve 500 plus 400 is equal to 350 plus 200 v2. Okay, so this is 900 and minus 350 is equal to 200 v2. It becomes 1250 is equal to 200 v2. So v2 can be written as 1250 divided by 200, 0 is cancelled by 0, and if you solve this you get 5 for the 5 to 5, 25 by 4, which comes out to be 6.25 meter per second. In this way you can solve the numerical. This is the velocity of second object after the collision. Let us recheck this numerical. m1 is 100, u2 is 5, so this becomes 500. m2 is 200, u2 is 2, this becomes 400. m1 is 100, v1 is 3.5. When we multiply, we get 350. Plus m2 is 200, v2 is not given, that we need to find. This becomes 900. Okay, this becomes is equal to 350 plus 200 v2. Now you can understand, if you are doing numerical very fastly, there would be some problem. When we subtract 900 by 350, what do we get? We are not getting 1200. When we subtract 350, what I am getting? I am getting here 550, and next step is 550 by 200. This is the answer. So whenever you are doing the numerical, you have to do the verification again. You have to see again and again. Like you have seen, I have committed one mistake. I have subtracted 350 from the 900 and I have written 1200. So it was wrong. So whenever we are doing any numerical, you should be very precise. You should be very careful that after the completion of numerical, you please recheck the numerical. In this way, we can find the velocity of object, second object, This is one numerical. There are various other numerical which are based on this. So we can discuss it again and again. So today's topic is like this only. Thank you.